Did you know that behind every bottle of Alentejo wine that you buy in the supermarket or enjoy at a restaurant, there is a strict process of certification? We'll explain. The Alentejo Regional Wine Growing Commission, known by its Portuguese acronym CVRA, stipulates that all of the thousands of bottles of wine that are produced, bottled, and sold as either Alentejo DOC or as Vinho Regional Alentejano have to be monitored. This process begins with the approval of the vineyards, the plots of land, and the grape varieties, and even the location of the plots and the methods of grape growing. This step, called the Vineyard Record File, aims to control production and certification for commercialization purposes. Each producer will then have a file where all the information is kept about their production as well as their cellar stock at every point in time. As soon as the batch of wine is finished, it must be certified before going on the market. When a producer applies for certification, the CVRA experts go to their wine cellar to take a sample of 6 bottles from each batch. The 6th one is left at the wine cellar to serve as a control bottle. At CVRA, the other 5 bottles take one of 3 paths. One bottle goes to a duly accredited laboratory where it undergoes a series of physico-chemical analyses that determine its level of alcohol, acidity, and other parameters. 3 of the bottles go to the tasting panel, where specialized tasters carry out sensory tests to determine if the appearance, color, aromas, and flavors are representative of Alentejo wines. Finally, 1 bottle goes to the CVRA cellar, where it is kept as a control bottle in case of any future problem. Once the batch passes the physiochemical and sensory tests, CVRA notifies the producer that they can acquire the certification seals for their bottles. In the event that the wines do not pass the tests, CVRA also gets in touch with the producer, but not with the best news. Then, the certification process continues. Before labeling the bottles, the producer has to send in a mock-up of the label they intend to use, and they have to await the validation of a series of items intended to correctly inform the consumer. Only after they receive the approval can producers begin bottling, labeling, and releasing the bottles onto the market. In order to guarantee that the wine that arrives at your table is the same as that which was certified, CVRA purchases samples in Portugal and abroad and repeats the physico-chemical analysis for confirmation. They then notify producers of the results. Thus, annually, the millions of liters produced in Alentejo, whether for domestic or international consumption, undergo a thorough and stringent process to ensure that the wine that comes to your table is guaranteed to have come from Alentejo and to bring you all of the Alentejo's quality. Always keep your eye out for the seal on your bottle. Wines of Alentejo, naturally unique.